Here in Turkey Point Marsh on the north shore of Lake Erie, as many as 500,000 to 1,000,000 red-winged blackbirds, grackles, and other blackbirds gather during the fall to roost for the night. It's an amazing sight when the red-winged blackbirds come in, looking almost like leaves blown by the wind. These and the Canada geese and other ducks down in the marsh are now in the middle of their migration. Migration remains one of the most poorly understood of all natural phenomena. However, we do know that birds use a variety of navigational compasses during their flights. Some day-migrating birds use visual aids, such as landforms and the sun's position. Birds that travel at night can use the moon, the stars, and especially the Earth's magnetic field to guide them on their journeys. But whether birds fly at night or by day, as do the blackbirds down below, the very fact that birds can leave their summer grounds, fly thousands of kilometers, and return the next year to the exact same location is really an astounding feat. Today on Wild by Nature, we'll meet birds that fly by night, birds that soar by day, and also meet the world's champion feathered traveler. Join me, Michael Runtz, as we explore the fascinating world of bird migration. We're out here on the west coast of Newfoundland on Little Island, and right behind me is a great colony of terns. There are about 800 pairs in total, most of them being common terns, but there are a few Arctic terns here as well. Well, the Arctic terns around me here have a long way to go in migration. In fact, of all the birds in the world, the Arctic terns are the ones that have the greatest distance to travel. Farther north from here, these terns leave the high Arctic in Canada, travel over to Africa on the way down to the Antarctic. Can you imagine that? About 20,000 kilometers round trip. With an average lifespan of about 10 years, an Arctic tern can travel as much as 200,000 kilometers, 120,000 miles during his lifetime, without frequent flyer points. The incredible migration route of Arctic terns and many other birds has been determined through the use of numbered aluminum bands placed on the bird's legs. The bands stay on for life, traveling with the bird wherever it goes. When a banded bird, such as this tern, is found in some other part of the world, information is gained about its migration route. I joined Dr. Stephen Fleming, an ecologist with Grossmore National Park, and his crew of volunteers on Little Island as they banded the young terns. While the baby terns are being handled, the parents keep a close eye overhead. Okay, Steve, I got one for you over here.
Oh, great.
Now, the question is it common or is it Arctic?
It's tough. I'm really glad both these species wear the same band size. So,
oops, he just showed me his appreciation for holding him. Hey, the bands are numbered, and these are standardized bands, I believe, used across North America or even the world, are they?
That's right. Yeah, each number is unique. It's like a license plate. Bonnie, 514. Bands are issued to master banding permits like what I hold, and we're responsible for that series of numbers, and we report back to the National Banding Office. And when a band is recovered, let's say if a bird died in, I don't know, South America or something. Bonnie, 519. The band goes back to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, and from there they let me know where that band was recovered, and the person who recovers it gets a certificate of appreciation and the whole history on that bird.
Oh, terrific. Okay, gonna let it go. Since the tern's leg size doesn't change much as it ages, the loose-fitting band causes its bear no ill effects. However, it's quite clear the parents have other thoughts about the whole banding process. That's a common tern. She's getting pretty aggressive. Let's leave her chick alone for now. She's already banded. So that job's done, thank goodness.
That could be banded too.
It's feeding.
I just checked it.
Oh, so okay. It's feeding. Look at that. That's a big mouthful for it.
What's it got, a fish?
Yeah. Having a heck of a time.
Oh,
There's something very special right down here. Right here is a nest of a duck, and the eggs are just hatching. You come over here, look at this. We won't stay here very long so we don't disturb the birds. Because of all the down in this nest, these eggs belong to a common eider. Now, Mom's not far away. In fact, she was out here in the water a minute ago. So we don't want to keep her off the nest too long as her young break through. So we'll cover back up and let it go. What an amazing treat, though. Bonnie, or Wanda. Oh, hello there. 429. Oh. 429. Aren't you proud of your new name? I'd be proud of 429. Good luck on your journey. May your number provide new insights into our knowledge of migration. After this break, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Well, I don't see any Arctic terns out there, but that's not surprising. We are no longer in Newfoundland, and that is not the ocean. This is Lake Erie in southern Ontario, and right behind me is Long Point. Long Point is world famous for its bird migration and also famous for its bird banding operations. Yul Wanoski, Land Bird Programs Coordinator, and Christine Jameson, Warden, are currently banding and studying birds for the Long Point Bird Observatory. Most of the birds they handle are songbirds that, after migrating hundreds of miles at night, have dropped down to rest and feed at Long Point. So Yul, these are the nets you use.
That's right. These are called mist nets.
And they're called mist nets because they are as fine as mist?
Exactly, yeah.
So when a bird gets captured, is it a mystified bird?
it doesn't know what's happening.
And you have regular checks?
Yeah, that's right. Every 15 to 20 minutes we're going around the nets and making sure that everything is okay.
A lot of yellow rumps going through now, looks like.
Right, that's right. Oh, I'm going to get you to help me with this one.
Absolutely.
Actually. This one here, because he's up high.
Okay.
If I can get you to... I'll just pull down the net, and if you can just keep it held down, just to hold on to that. That's good.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna let you release your finger there.
Okay.
Great. So the key to getting these guys out is going for the feet first. So once you've got the feet untangled, tail, make sure it's not double bagged. Then you've got the wings. There we go. The wings just stretch out. So I'm pretty much extracting it the opposite of the way it flew in.
Mm-hmm. Well, what do we have down there? It's an orange crown.
Oh, wow. Right on. Yeah.
Oh, look at the orange crown even showing there.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Yeah. A nice looking male then.
Most of the other warblers are long gone, and I guess they're halfway down to Central America right now. But
pretty much so.
These guys winter in southern states, don't they?
Yeah, I do believe they do. Look at that. There's a nice orange on that crown. That's where the bird gets its name from. We'll flash that at the female, and the female will be quite impressed. And Maybe
Perhaps.
even choose them.
Perhaps. Most songbirds migrate at night because they are safer from predators, there are no headwinds to fight, and the cool night air keeps their internal engines, their massive flight muscles, from overheating and the bird from dehydrating.
Myrtle.
Number 33, Myrtle. Okay,
And it's a hatcher bird, 2x1,
great.
71 wing.
Okay,
Again, sex unknown, 0x1.
okay.
Oh, 1 fat.
Bill, your first thing was 2x1. What was that referring to?
We assign numerical codes for the aging and sexing. 2 for age means it's a hatchier bird, so it
Yes.
hatched sometime this summer. And 1 is the criteria is plumage, so it was a hatchier bird on plumage. And this is a nice red start.
Beautiful.
Looks very hatchier-like.
On a really good day of migration, how many birds will you process here?
On a really good day, anywhere over 150 to 200. I have had a 600 bird day,
Gee.
which was absolutely crazy, but
Must have been exhausted at the end of the day.
it was very exhausting. 40.
Now, Long Point Bird Observatory is one of the oldest ones in the Western Hemisphere, as I understand, and it certainly is world-renowned, isn't it, for its operations here?
Yeah, it is. It is actually the oldest observatory in North America, and been in operation since 1960. And it does have quite a good reputation for the migration and other programs that it's involved with. Yeah, 57 wing. We've banded just over. We're closing in on 600,000 birds now banded. That's mostly songbirds passing. So.
Wow. If a bird is recaptured at another banding location, the measurements taken here allow for a comparison that help determine the growth and health of the bird. A local resident, though, is it?
It is, yeah, he is banded. Most of the cardinals around are. They're a nice young male. He's still got quite a lot of the brown mottling from his juvenile plumage. And full band number is 1581 37542.
37542.
Look at that massive beak for crushing seeds. Wow.
It does a good job on fingers.
I was going to
if
say
you want
that.
to try.
Yes, that's quite a formidable weapon it's got there. Great. Long Point also oversees other banding operations too, doesn't it? Or is involved in a network of...
Male. That's right. Bird Studies Canada, one of its programs is the Canadian Migration Monitoring Network. So we're involved with several stations across Canada that are trying to collect 43, trying to collect data in a similar way so that we can see what population trends are across the country and not just Ontario for us. But okay, it's got a 57 wing. 3 fat.
It is this fat on a bird that fuels its migration. Without sufficient deposits, a bird cannot complete its journey. During migration, good feeding sites are essential to rebuild depleted fat reserves. Beautiful brown creeper.
The creeper, it's wonderful.
Now, certain conditions must be more conducive with bird movements at night. So I imagine there are certain times when you know it's going to be a good morning for banding?
Yeah, generally birds like to migrate on a clear night. Winds in the fall, at this time of year in particular, rather than earlier in the fall.
Dealing with the birds in here, you're extremely proficient with them, and the bird's welfare is obviously the first thing that you're concerned with.
It is.
That's right. Try and get them out as quickly as possible while recording all the information we can. Full band number is 2100.
I've noticed that all the people here, Christine, yourself, and all the assistants out there have this real passion for birds. And besides enjoying yourself, you're also contributing to our knowledge of what goes on with this amazing journey that birds go through.
That's right. That's what the primary intention is, of course, is to gain knowledge towards conservation of birds.
So I guess in your case, a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Is that what you would say?
Definitely.
After the break, a hawk's eye view of migration. Most birds migrate to escape a diminishing supply of food. Hawks are no exception. Hello, Bob.
Hello there.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
This is Bob Hubert. Bob's the coordinator of the Hawk Cliff Banders here at Hawk Cliff on Lake Erie. You've got a friend, Bob.
Yes, this is a young male kestrel. Beautiful bird.
Stunning. These are the little falcons that are commonly seen sitting on telephone wires by fields like as we have around here. And those pointed wings make it a falcon. Now this little falcon feeds on birds, but also on insects like grasshoppers.
Grasshoppers, crickets, any of these small insects.
Well, it appears he wants to carry on his journey, Bob, so should we let him go? Beautiful. You've been handling kestrels and other hawks here for a couple of years, Bob.
Yes, we have.
How many years now?
We started in 1969.
So this is your 30th year then?
This is our 30th year. Marshall Field was the one that really got this program started. And he incorporated some of the help of his friends, and I was fortunate enough to be one of them. So we've been doing it ever since.
30 years. In that period of time, how many hawks have you approximately banded?
I believe we're in about 70,000 hawks.
70,000! And I do believe that Hawk Cliff is one of the top banding locations in North America, is it not?
Yes, it is. The lakes make the great difference because of the migration. The birds don't like flying out over the water because there's no food and there's no thermals.
Right, thermals are the rising columns of air
That's
that are caused, I guess, by differential heating of the land by the sun.
Yes, they'll hit a thermal, and it's just like getting on an elevator. They just keep going up.
And then they soar down to the next thermal, don't they?
And
Keep
lift
on.
up the next one.
So they
That's
thermal hop all the way down the shoreline here. And what exactly are the good conditions for having hawks go through here?
Well, we like a north wind with a high pressure system. This seems to really give them the incentive to fly.
This young red-tailed hawk will probably not migrate all that far south. However, other hawks, especially broadwings, may fly as far as South America before they finally reach their wintering grounds. Okay, he seems to be dropping down, Bob.
Yeah, it's an accipiter. I normally put it in the can while I process it. It just keeps the bird quiet.
Yep.
This is a female sharpshin. It's a hatching year bird. You just hold it for a second.
Sure will.
And I'll put a band on it, and then I'll do a wing chord measurement.
Well, it's amazing how still they are inside these containers.
Yes, we're really concerned about the welfare of the birds, because if we thought that we were doing any harm to them, we'd discontinue the program.
Now, I guess different species of hawks have different places they go for the winter. I guess some go farther than others. Sharpshin hawks, Bob, how far down do they travel from?
They seem to go into the southern states. They into the Gulf states. And what's interesting is that the young birds go first.
Beautiful bird. Little feisty out of the can.
Yeah, it's always nice to see.
Oh, yeah.
And then the band number will be recorded. I'll just let you hold it.
Sure.
What you have to be careful of is their feet.
Yeah, those are the killing tools, aren't they?
Yeah.
If you had Sharpshin hawks recovered then that you banded in the States, Bob?
Yes, we get information back on the birds that are found, so that anyone that finds a banded bird that is dead, they'll send the band into Washington, and then in turn, they'll get a card back saying where it was banded. We'll get a card back saying where it was found. That way we can track their migration route.
Yeah, gee. Okay, what's next then?
Well, it's ready to go on its way.
The odds of this hawk returning next year are slim, for over half of all migrating birds fail to make the round trip. So Bob, this is a young red-tailed hawk.
Hatched this year.
Now I'm sure, Bob, in 30 years of handling hawks, you must have incurred a few injuries in the process because they have lethal weapons for capturing their food.
Yes, I think everybody has had the odd time where the foot has reached out and grabbed their thumb, and there you have to be careful because as you're trying to take the one talon out, the other one is going in a little deeper.
Here at Hawk Cliff, the real danger is not in the hawk being injured, but the bander being injured. Isn't that the case?
That's the case, but if you're talking to the public and they see that the hawk is all right and you're the one that's injured, that's no problem.
They don't care about you.
They don't. And they see that the hawk is all right and you're the one that's injured, that's no problem.
They don't care about you.
They don't.
You'll soon be free. During their migration, all hawks have to feed. They hunt while they migrate. The northern harrier hunts close to the ground. They fly around cursing low over meadows and marshes, looking for voles and mice. Their face is more like an owl's face than other hawks. And in fact, they have a little ring forming a circle around the face, which actually helps deflect sound into their ears. Just like owls, northern harriers hunt largely by hearing. During migration, a number of problems arise for these birds, in fact for all birds, and certainly lack of food is one of them. But they also face dangers too, occasionally from predators, other predators, and also from accidents. Hawks can fly into wires, into buildings, so a number of obstacles will face this harrier and other birds as they travel farther south. Thanks for coming along on our visit to the fascinating world of birds and their migration, their great journeys. Join me next time for another adventure where everything we meet is wild by nature.